Today, I'd like to show you the export and import function of the APF configuration modeler. Let's start with the export function. I have already created a configuration in my test system, and now I want to transport it to the productive system. To do so, I first need to export the configuration and its text pool. But why is that? Configurations and their text pools are stored in two separate tables. If I want to transport them between systems, I need the table entries as files. When I export them, what I get is a configuration file in .json format and a text file in .properties format. Exporting is also a good idea if I simply want to create a backup copy of my configuration and texts. I also need to export the texts when I want them to be translated. But before I can actually show you how to export, I'll perform a text pool cleanup. Anytime I change a UI text in the APF configuration modeler, both the old and the new text are retained in the text pool, even if I just correct a typo. Therefore, my text pool may contain texts that are no longer used. To get rid of these texts, I go to the application overview, click Edit, select my application, and click Text Pool Cleanup. This is particularly interesting if I want to export the text for translation, so the obsolete texts don't end up in the translation process. Let's now get back to the export function. I select the configuration I want to export, click on Export, and open the configuration file. I copy and paste the content to a file and save it in the .json format. Then I open the text properties file. Again, I copy and paste the content to a file, and this time I save it in .properties format. I have now exported the configuration and the text pool. Now I can go to my productive system and import the files that I have just created. I go to the application overview screen of the new system. I click Import and then find the files I'd like to import. I click Upload and I'm already done. I can now edit the imported configuration and the related texts in the APF configuration modeler. The .json file has information about the application in which the imported configuration shall be added. In this example, the application didn't exist yet in the system, so it is created and the description and semantic object are filled based on the information in the file. If the application exists already, the configuration is simply added to it. By the way, importing files is also necessary when I want to change the configuration of an APF-based application that was shipped by SAP.